Hey, Internet, welcome back. I'm Alan Lenczycki, your attorney here at Johnson, Tomei, Lenczycki, and Goldberg. I'm an attorney in Libertyville, Illinois. Give me a call. But I want to talk today about some issues pertaining to underage drivers, okay? So, those of us who are under the age of 21, we've talked about this in some other videos. Your license is just a little bit more fragile than an adult driver that's over the age of 21. And I want to talk about a couple of different concerns for those underage drivers. First is, of course, speeding tickets. I mean, speeding tickets and kids, they go hand in hand. They always have. When you've got a kid who is, maybe your son or daughter who's learning how to drive, one of the fantastic things to tell them, and I often tell my clients, is, I mean, 9, you're fine, 11, you're mine. Okay. That is a kind of a rule of thumb that I've heard police officers say before, back from my day when I was a prosecuting attorney in Illinois. And this is not the same elsewhere. And let me say, a police officer can pull you over for 1 mile an hour over the limit. Okay, so 31 and a 30. A police officer can pull you over for that. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Okay, one time I saw a police officer pull a truck over for 5 miles over, but that was a truck, and I guess he wanted the fine revenue from that truck. But anyway, typically 9 you're fine, which means if you're doing 39 in a 30, the police will typically leave you alone. They're busy. They don't want to pull everybody over. But 11, you're mine. Now, when it's 41 and a 30, the police are starting to think, should I make contact with this driver? Let me pull up him or her over. When they see a driver doing 15 or more, well, Katie, bar the door. That police officer's on his way to pull you over. So think about speeding tickets. You've got to educate young drivers about how to drive safely and how not to incur speeding tickets. Okay. Seatbelt violations are another one. So seatbelt violations are really dumb. Seatbelts are safe. They're good. They're not that inconvenient. Everybody should wear them. If you don't wear a seatbelt, not only are you a fool, but you're going to get a ticket. And those tickets are fantastic probable cause machines. Okay. So a police officer, if he sees you driving down the street, can't just pull you over because it's like, I don't like your face. A police officer has to see a violation and make contact with you because of a legal violation, right? Like a seatbelt. It gives them excuse to make contact with you. And then, you boys been drinking? Or I don't know, I smell weed in the car, or whatever. What's that open bag? Is that a handgun? And that gives the police officer probable cause to make contact with you and then potentially to develop the case into something worse for you. Okay. So wear your seatbelt. Don't get pinched for something dumb. A curfew violation is something that's important that kids need to know about. The rules for curfews are complex. I urge you to go and check the Illinois Secretary of State website, ilsos.gov. They have lots and lots of rules for the permitting of kids when they're 15 years old, talking about how many passengers that they can have, about duration, timing restrictions for their licenses. Check those out at the Illinois Secretary of State website. It's actually pretty useful. And also, you can learn about the restrictions in the permitting phase for an underage driver on that same website. Anyway, cell phone use is another one that I would put in the same category as seatbelts. Okay, cell phone use is a great way to give a police officer probable cause. It's dumb because you could get in a car accident when you're texting. I've been hit from behind by a person that was using her cell phone. It sucks, but that is a great way for a teen driver to get a ticket, to cause an accident, and then it'll be a step towards losing one's license. Those cell phone violations, bizarrely, are moving violations. Anyway, if you want to talk about that some more, give me a call. I've been Alan Lenczycki.